your heads and rise for the national anthem of Poland. You may stand for the national anthem of Uganda. Good luck for the teams, and we have 5 minutes till the face-off. 5 minutes.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, wherever you may be. I want to welcome you in to the live coverage of the 2022 World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championship provided by the Lax Sports Network. We have Uganda versus Poland here, a game that has already happened back in the 16th. It's gonna be a rematch as Uganda, one of the few teams that has lost every single game they've played with. One of them being against Poland, as I said, back to 16, and two of the standout players for Poland in that game were Jared Heller and Jan Smigel. Heller, number 17, had 5 goals and 4 assists on 2 assists of that game, and Jan Smigel had 2 scores and 4 assists, so that's definitely a couple of players to take a look at. Poland will be wearing the red jerseys, and Uganda will be wearing the white jerseys they usually wear. Now, I want to remind everyone that this has been a record attendance in this competition in the championship with 23 teams. It will be the largest ever age group, a world champion, staged by a world championship, World Lacrosse. Originally a U19, the World Lacrosse approved a change in upper age eligibility, raising the event to U20. However, due to COVID, there was a postponement, thus raising the age to U21 on a one-time basis. Lax is a sport that has gotten so much traction over the last couple years that it's obtained recognition by the International Olympic Committee in June of 2022. They're aiming for Olympic inclusion in 2028 for the LA Games. Approximately 100 of these games will be globally broadcasted via TV and digital stream. 60 of those, however, will be brought to you by none other than the Lax Sports Network. Over 690 participants, 10 days, approximate, approximately 11 game days, a total of 90 games. There will be 50 referees and 11 referee managers. The projected audience for this event is 51,850 people, and it's estimated that the economic impact this event will have in Ireland is of 5.7 million euros. Now, I don't want to bore you with these facts, but of course, they are important to be told nonetheless. Today, after this matchup, I do want to invite you to stay on the Lax Network and, well, not stay because this is not that stream, but at 10:30 Eastern Time, 3:30 European Time, Ireland and Japan take on the LSN network, and the game will be called by a good friend, Tom Eshin. Also, he will call a second game at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. European Time of England against Puerto Rico. Also called by Tom Eshin. You do not want to miss any of these two games as we get ready for face-off here in the game for the 21st place in this tournament, Uganda against Poland. We'll be right back. And we are almost on our way to begin this first quarter. It'll be number 8. As always, Owen George Ojak who will start the face-off, and then it will be number 13 for Poland, Mike Delaney. Ultimately, it is Poland who come up first with this first possession of the game. These teams have already met, so they know very well how they play. That is number 3 for Poland, Kasper Stawowski. Still Stawowski on the ball. Dishes it to number 19, Jan Smigel, one of the most important players on this team. At least for Poland, he's one of the more productive ones. Somehow, number 2, Timon Sornat, comes up with a ball. And then it's a pass for number 19 to take a shot. Smigel misses it. It stays Poland possession. Saved by number 22. That is Andrew Azimwe. Uganda now in possession. Andrew Azimwe trying to start things for them. And the bench over for Uganda being quite vocal, trying to get them going early in this first quarter. We've seen very good first couple halves, the first couple quarters for Uganda. However, it is on the other ones that they usually get outscored. Uganda here on the ball. It is George Okik who's near the sideline, who dishes it to number 44. That is Swibu Meliga. Meliga gonna give it to Finn Phillips, who's in the back, always behind the goalie. Been playing that position the entire tournament. Ojic back to Meliga. Meliga gonna give it back to Finn Phillips. Phillips looking for the open rotation. Still no luck. That is number 17, Aaron Yealing. Meliga gonna take a swing at it. And he scores the first one of the game. Right through the middle of those two defenders, gets sandwiched in between them. But Mel- Melaga actually just rolls right by him, finds enough space to just dish it past Ryan Prolinsky. And that is the first score of the game for Uganda and for Zwibu Melaga. Again, Giorgio kick against number 13, Mike Delaney. Mike Delaney comes up again.
With 12-12 in the game,
12-12 left in this first quarter.
scores to put Uganda up 1-0 against Poland.
And a simple pass that almost turned into a costly turnover. That is number 23, Kajedan Prusik. Prusik gonna give it now to Jared Haller. Haller's gonna give it to number 20, who takes the shot and scores the first one with a laser beam. Crystal Smigel, brother of Jan Smigel. Uganda defense talking things over. Score all leveled at 1. And look at that. That's number 17 right there. Jared Haller, he's gonna see that number 20 is all by himself,
12
Christoph.
minutes of
And he takes a laser beam with the right side. And there was really nothing there to do for Andrew Zimwe. Third face-off. And all three of them will go to Poland and to number 13, Mike Delaney.
10 minutes left in the quarter.
10 minutes left in this first quarter. Scored all level at 1. Getting chased by the Uganda defense. And the missed pass there. Couldn't control. And it will be Uganda's ball as they move into the attacking half. And a run by number 24. Taking out two of the defenders. That is Solomon Adillo. Solomon going back for substitution. Finn Phillips there. Very distinguished on the backside of the goal. Zwibu Melaga. Melaga to George Okik, the man of the face-offs. Back to Finn Phillips. He's going to take a shot, and it is ultimately saved by Ryan Perlinski. First save of the game for Perlinski. Number 3 coming all the way, Kasper Stokowski coming all the way down to bring that possession further closer into enemy territory. Open man is going to take control. Jared Heller has been found. He's taking charge of this possession. Dishes it to number 8, Christopher Capenasano. Crapsinasano, excuse me. Still on the ball. Gonna give it to number 17, Heller. Again, Uganda doing a great job at suffocating whoever's on possession, and another unforced turnover. Number 24, Solomon Adio. Second time he's run all the length of the field by himself. He's gonna dish it to George Okik, who's on his left side. He's gonna take a shot, and it ricochets off of one of the defenders. Still, it was Uganda trying to get that possession, but ultimately Ryan Perlinski is the one. That is number 16. That hit. Now number 20, one of the scorers, Christoph Smigel, is trying to not let that one run out, and he does so. Timeout called. Score is 1-1, all leveled. 7 minutes left on this game. We'll be right back after this timeout. Seven minutes to go in this first quarter. Scored all level at 1. Poland looking to move and shift the Uganda defense, but that defense is really on top of their game today, not giving enough breathing room to any of the red players. Both teams pretty confident in themselves. And we still have things all tied up. A long pass that lands the target. And now the high pressure from Poland. Not good enough this time to let the Uganda team players have possession, and that is Melaga dishing it to number 8. George Ojic. Finn Phillips. Finn Phillips still trying to find an angle on that shot. Back again to George Okic, who's gonna give it to Melaga. Melaga back to Okic. Again, back to Melaga. Two-man job right there. Finn Phillips trying to find that angle I was talking about for that shot. No luck there. 98 now. Rogers Anwar. Now, Zwibu Melaga. Back to Finn Phillips. They talk about a high defense there. You could hear the screams. Anwar. Back to Ojic. And for now, Uganda's got no answer to this tight lock Poland has on his defense. Finn Phillips again running towards that right side, the left side of the field, far side, and no shot open. Number 98 takes a shot, no good, and it is Ryan Prelinsky who saves it.
5 minutes left in the opening quarter. 5 minutes.
5 minutes left in this first quarter. Poland transitioning into offense now. That is number 17, Jared Heller. That number 23, Kaitan Prasek. Krusik, sorry. Heller still on the ball. Finds number 19. That is Jan Smigel. Jan gonna dish it to number 23, who's gonna take another rip and a score. First score of the game for Kaitan Prusek. You see that pass, Prusik gonna launch a beam right past Roger Anwar. I'm sorry, Andrew Seymour, number 22, the goalie for Uganda. A little bit under 6 minutes left to go. This is the first quarter. Ready for another face-off between, this time, Rogers Anwar and still number 13, Mike Delaney. And that is the first face-off won today by Uganda. That was number 98, Rogers Anwar, dishing it to George Okic, and then to number 24, Solomon Adio. Now Finn Phillips in full control of this possession. Finds Aaron Yealing. 3 minutes left on this quarter. George Okic. Swibu Melaga. They're gonna have a call there. It's gonna be Poland's ball going from right to left again. Number 8 currently on the ball. Christopher Krapasinaso. Number 13 for Poland, Mike Delaney. That was 2 minutes left on this opening quarter. Legal procedure there, that's why that was called. And another goal for number 21. For number 21. We're trying to figure out that number real quick for you guys. Over at the house. The number 21. That will be Kamil Grabowski. who was initially playing with number 37. That's where the confusion was. Again, it is Poland who are starting to draw away. And talk about drawing away. They've been pretty dominant in the face-off stages of the game. Have had almost all possession except but one that was won by Rogers Anywar. Again, it is Mike Delaney on the ball. This is shit to number 3, Kasper Stowowski. Kasper gonna give it to number 19, John Smigel. Smigel to number 20, Christoph. Sorry. Again, back to number 3, Kasper Stowowski. 30 seconds left in this first quarter. Number 17 with a skip, Jared Heller. Another pass for number 19 and 21, but no good. It will stay on this side of the ball. Poland's possession still. While on offense, Kasper Stowowski bringing up that ball. Number 17 going to take a shot. Saved by Andrea Zimwe. And now Uganda trying to get the other way. And that is the end of the first half, folks. Remember that you are that's the end of the first quarter. Poland is winning 3-2 against Uganda. You are watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championship live from the University of Limerick at Limerick, Ireland on laxsn.com. We'll be right back. We can hear the faint "Let's go Uganda" from the fans in the back as we get on for this second quarter of the game. Back to how this started. Number 13, Mike Delaney against number 8, George Okic. And it is George who comes up with it first. But ultimately, it is one of his teammates that is able to corral it. Still getting stick check. A little bit of a physical activity there, and it is ultimately Poland with number 21. Grabowski who come up with it. Usually, as I said before, wearing number 37 now changes number 21. Number 3, Kasper Stowowski. Back to number 23, Grabowski. And on that left side, far side, with his number and a skip pass that sails right over the men in red. Unforced turnover again here by Uganda.
For those of you just
We're gonna
joining, it is 3-1 in Poland's favor. 3-1 Poland.
There's Jojo Okik who's gonna run the length of the field just to get it on opposition territory. Just want to remind everyone that's watching that Poland is up 3 scores to 1 over Uganda. Finn Phillips and George Okit will try to do the most to reduce that lead that has been built by the Polish players. Still that tight lock defense that Uganda has had not much luck trying to figure out. Finn Phillips back to George Okik. Okik to number 11. Benjamin Ojak. Ojak back to number 6. That is John Brian Mukaga. Again, Okik. Number 88. And a shot goes off. No luck. However, it is Finn Phillips who will inbound the ball. He does. He gives it to Ojik. Ojik gives it back to Phillips. Ojik back to John Brian Mukaga. Mukaga dishes it back to number 44, Melaga. That is Phillips. And it is Krilinski who comes up with it. Poland back in a
12 minutes.
offensive mode.
12 minutes.
12 minutes to go in this in the second quarter, excuse me. Still trying to find the open man. Number 12 gonna take a shot. Rips right by. Nothing Andrew Zimwe could do there. Number 12, Jakub Stanek. First score of the game for him. That was an assist. We couldn't really see the number here. Ah, yes, we can. Number 19, Jan Smigel, who's been absolutely great for the men in red for this game. The score now 4-1. That is Jan's first assist. It was his brother Christoph who had that first score. Both brothers filling out the stat sheet. And again, number 13, Mike Delaney dominating the face-offs. Christoph Smigel. Back to number 17, Jared Heller. Jared doesn't seem to be bothered by those couple pushes by number 24, Solomon Adillo. And no bother at all, because he just dove right by him and scored his second of today's game. Solo goal here for Heller. And that is not his second of the game, that is his first, excuse me. He has not scored yet today. Timeout had been called by Uganda's head coach Patrick Oriana wanted to talk things over with his team. He didn't want the lead for the Polish to just extend over in this second quarter. We'll see how his players react. A change in the face-off players that Poland has sent. Now will be number 8, Christopher Krapasinasano. And also number 98, Rogers Anwar, making an appearance for Uganda back here in the face-offs.
Due to the national anthem playing on the other field, we weren't able to announce the fourth and fifth goals. But the fourth goal was scored by
And that is Poland back again
scored
with the possession.
Jared Miller. Under 10 minutes left in the first half.
A little bit under 10 minutes left in this first half. Again, back number 19, John Smigiel. Gonna take the shot. And another score. 6-1 now for Poland, and they're driving away with this one. Need a quick reaction by the Uganda players, but it's very hard to react when you're losing the face-offs and you're always on defense. So
To make it 6-1 Poland.
that's been one of the stories here for Uganda, and Poland with a 6th score of the day trying to pull away. And they've sent Rogers Anwar back against Krapsina Sano. And ultimately, Uganda come up with it, number 81, Edward Komakesh. Dishes it to Finn Phillips. Phillips waiting for that support by Ojic. Then number 17 for them. That is Aaron Yealing. And then number 24, Solomon Adio. Back to Finn Phillips. And we're seeing the same loop that they're trying to do. They're just in the perimeter. They're not getting close enough to take a better shot. And it is number 1, Ram Polinsky finds himself in a little bit of trouble. Getting rushed by all the Uganda offense players. And again, as I said, and we look at the replay, they're still too far taking those shots. Turnover there, forced by Uganda, number 44. That is Salomon Zwibu Melaga. Melaga to Finn Phillips. Aaron Yealing. And back to number 44, and another save.
7 minutes left in the first half.
Melaga trying to figure out how he's going to score this one. Trying to find an angle. A little bit under 7 minutes to go.
Each of Poland's 6 goals have been scored by a different player.
Just wanted to point out that goal involvement here in Poland has been all across the roster. 6 different players have scored in today's game for the Polish side. And the one lone scorer for Uganda has been number 44, Zwibu Melaga, who sometimes had some luck with further away shots, but as I've said, hard and try to score when you're that far away from the goal. And Phillips again. Back to number 11, Benjamin Ojak. Melaga, Phillips. And a pass that sails over number 8. Number 17, Yealing, retrieving that one. Rogers Anywar, right in the middle in the heart of the defense. Maybe setting a couple screens will help. Just rotation overall. And two very good lines of three for the defense here in Poland. Start to see the frustration boiling up inside of the Uganda players. They haven't had a shot on target for a while now. And Poland's got 5 unanswered scores.
5 minutes remain in the first
5
half.
minutes remaining on the first half. Number 3 swimming, diving over the Uganda defenders. Number 23, Christoph Krzysztof Prusek, mentioned before. Kasper Stowowski on the far side. Gonna take a shot. No good. Andrew seemed quick to react, and it will be Uganda's ball going the other way.
With a goal and an assist.
A lot of wind in today's game. George Okik attacking and retrieving, waiting for everybody to get set. Melaga on that far side. Finn Phillips to number 6. That is John Brian Mukaga. Phillips, Ojic, and Yealing. Mukaga, Meliga, Mukaga. And again, it is Melaga who's after the ball before it runs out of bounds. And still unable to save that one. Poland will have possession and it will go the other way. And again, burning, turning on those jets, or the burners as they say. That was number 22,
3
Malus,
minutes left in the second quarter. 3 minutes.
Maleus Tresensinkowski. And if I butchered that name, I am sorry. Still waiting for instructions here on the bench. Number 17, Jared Heller. Waiting for a couple substitutions here as well in order to get this offense going. Willing his way right through his defender. And a shot that goes off way off wide. Poland will retain possession. It will stay on Uganda's side as they struggle here on defense and try to bring that back this margin to the smallest possible. Right now, a 5-goal differential. Uganda haven't scored since the first quarter. I want to say earlier,
2 minutes left in the second quarter. 2 minutes.
very much early, and Uganda scored back in the second minute of that first quarter, and a score by Poland 1-7 now. Under 2 minutes to go in this quarter, and Uganda still got no response for number 19, who just skips and dashes and breaks the net. That is John Smigel.
With 1:55 left in the second quarter, Jan Smigel scores his second goal of the game to make it 7-1 Poland.
That is Jan Smigel's second score of today's game, the first player for Poland to have scored twice in today's game. Makes the score 1-7 with 1:55 to go here in the first half.
One, 1 minute remains in the half. 1 minute.
1 minute remaining in this half. Again, Poland win the possession. Number 13 back in action. Mike Delaney. And number 8, Christopher Krapisinasano. At any time, this whistle could be blown, confirming that the first half is over. That is a foul. It will stay Poland's possession. And that is number 3, Kasper Sawowski. Gonna run, try to find the open man, and another shot, and he scores. That is number 8. Again, Christopher Krapusina makes the score 1-8.
With 7 seconds left in the half, Christopher Crapanzano scores his first goal of the game to make it 8-1 Poland.
Got 7 seconds left in this second and final quarter of the first half. Poland drawing away with this one. And Uganda win this possession, but might be a little too late to do anything really. And as stated,
At the end of the first half,
too late.
Poland
End of the first half, score of 8-1 for Poland. Remember, this is a rematch of the August 16 game we saw before. You are watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championship live from the University of Limerick at Limerick Island on laxsn.com. The Lax Sports Network is proud to bring you over 60 of these games from the World Championship. Stay tuned and we'll be right back after this commercial break for the first half. And we are back in business for this third quarter. Finn Phillips' first appearance in the face-off, no good. It is number 8 for Poland, who continues to dominate alongside number 13, Mike Delaney. Score is 1-8 for Poland. Gonna take a long shot there, Andrew Zimwe. Gonna save it, and it will be it'll begin and mark the transition into offense for Uganda. We're doing a good job. Okay, going all by himself. We're gonna take a shot. No, instead this is a beautiful assist for number 11. That is that is Benjamin Ojak who scores that goal. And that's a good reaction. That's what you want to see if you're Patrick Oriana from your player's first minute. First score for Uganda to draw even closer with 6 scores away from Poland. We're getting ready again for face-off.
With 14 minutes, 21 seconds, Uganda scores its second goal of the game by Benjamin Ojok, assisted by George Ojik.
Again, Uganda on the ball. George Ojic. Back again on the ball. Ojic, the man with the assist. Finn Phillips now in another position. Maybe rotating his players might be the answer, says Patrick. Oriana in a save. That's why you could hear benches being very vocal and a flag flies. That is Finn Phillips gonna take a rip at it. Seems like it hit one of the Polish players. Seems to be in a bit of pain, but he's walking it off. And that was that initial contact, that first foul that draws in. Right there, you see the referee throw his flag. And good to go again.
Assist number 8, Christopher Catanzaro. That is a 1-minute penalty for slash. That's Catanzaro with a 1 minute.
1 minute penalty for number 8 in Poland. Another shot by Finn Phillips, no good. Still, Uganda will stay there. And illegal contact there. George Oji gonna thought he was lighting up to find the angle for a shot. It is Finn Phillips again, who continues to try those long range shots. Oh, it hit the post. And that minute is done. So we will see number 8 back in the field, or at least someone else there. Uganda couldn't make the most out of that minute that had Poland with 1 man under. Melaga was about to score, and another ball that sails over past Ryan Krilinski. George Ojic, Rogers Anwar, Finn Phillips. Finn Phillips trying to find a way in. Melaga. Ojok. Sorry, that was Yealing, Aaron Yealing. And another score. Number 8, George Okic. This difference starting to get slimmer. 5 goals, still big enough cushion to feel comfortable. Nonetheless, you don't want it to be reduced much more than this. And Uganda start with this second half with a right foot, 2 scores, and haven't given one up yet.
Uganda's third goal of the game scored at 9:55 in the third quarter by number 8, George Ojik. That was Ojik at 9:55 for Uganda's third goal. Poland now leads the game 8-3.
A lot of physicality going on in there. Ultimately, Poland comes up with the ball. They are still in no rush to get things started. Number 19, Jan Smigel. Back to Smigel. He's going to try to shake his defender off to find an angle to take a shot. Passes it to the opposite side, and a rip through ends up in the first score of the third quarter. An assist by number 19 to number 20. That is Jan Smigel to Christoph Smigel, his brother. Little brother connection right there we got going on. Sees that his brother's wide open. Wide open. Gets the angle, and he knows where he's gonna go to celebrate. He's like, nah, 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 nah. I'm going to the man that just assisted me. And that's that brotherly love from the Smigel brothers. Again, it is
Poland's
6 scores that make the difference between Uganda and Poland, 3-9.
Smigel. That was
First
Smigel
score
at
for Poland in this
9.
third quarter.
Poland now leads the
Finn
game
Phillips, no good. Almost fell. Andrew Asimwe's first save of this third quarter comes in handy and at a good time. You don't want to give up 2 quick goals after you've worked so hard. And a better job in defense. Number 24 doing the most to try and save this possession. He is dispossessed by number 2 from Poland. That is Dimon
7 minutes
Sornat.
in the third quarter. 7 minutes.
Again, number 13 on the ball. Mike Delaney. Mike Delaney to number 17. Heller to Delaney. He's going to take a shot. Rip it right through. And it goes in. Nothing Andrew Simwe could do there. It is 3-10 here in the third quarter.
Number 13 for Poland, Mike Delaney gets his first goal of the game to make it 10-3 Poland.
Again, number 13, Mike Delaney. No one seems to be beating him in these face-offs. They try descending. Number 8, George Okic, who might be inspired after his goal, but it's a no-go. Not a no-goal, but a no-go. Geo, my pronunciation doesn't allow me to make much of a difference there. Just wanted to stress that one. Number 22 loses possession while he's trying to twirl over and spin off of one of the men in the red jerseys. Again, Uganda on possession. That is George Okic running the length of the field. I'm here. No, I'm over here. No, wait, I'm on this side now. And dishes it to Finn Phillips. 5 minutes remaining on this third quarter. And you think that Uganda would be moving with a lot more urgency considering the ground that they have to make for. Ojic to Finn Phillips to Mendaga to Phillips. Phillips gonna try and take a shot, sails right over. Melaga will be the one to inbound it. Melaga dishes it to the far side, number 11. That is Benjamin Ojok. Ojic now sails right past, and it will remain Uganda's possession, I believe. And it is indeed Uganda's possession. Finn Phillips at the top of your screens. Sibu Malaga gonna take a shot, sails again right over. And that's what I was talking about, that it's very hard to score in those positions where the angle is so tight and you're still so far away. It gives enough time the goalie to react, and it's harder to get that ball through so many bodies. Melaga again. Melaga to Ojic to number 11. Ojok. Then back to number 6, John Brian Mukaga. Then to Finn Phillips. Swibu Malaga. And a pass too hot to handle for number 98, Rogers Anwar.
3 minutes left in the third quarter. 3 minutes.
And as you might have heard, 3 minutes left in this quarter. Poland still in no rush, already on the opposition's half. Number 3, Kasper Stowowski. Number 21 right there. Gonna dish it back. A little bit of a skip pass right there to number 17. And what seemed to be like a sure assist turns into, it was gonna turn into a quick transition for Uganda, but that is no good. I thought there were better options before for number 3 than that shot. Number 21 was open. It was 3 against 2. Not the smartest of decisions. Nonetheless, it doesn't hurt him that much. They still got a 7.7 score differential. John Brian Mukaga. This is to Finn Phillips. Turn gives it to number 8, Ojic. Phillips. Ojic. Gonna dish it to Malaga. Malaga to Ojic. Ojic to Malaga. To John Brian Mukaga. And a turnover there by Poland. Seems to be a score again by number 8. The, the men in red can't believe what just happened. Seems to be a bit of confusion there. And that is awarded to Poland mistakenly on your screen, but they fixed it. Uganda cutting the lead to 6 scores again, 4-10 here in the third quarter.
George Ojic scores his first goal of the game at 1 minute and 13 seconds left in the third quarter.
And you heard him, 1:13 left on this third quarter to go.
30 seconds left in the third quarter.
Face off again, number 13, Mike Delaney in total control of the face off. Poland starting to make some substitutions as we see some other players we hadn't mentioned before come in. It'll go the other way for Uganda as they transition into offense here in what's left of this third quarter. And not much left. And that is the end of this third quarter, score 10-4. We'll be right back with you.
At the end of the third quarter, it is 10-4 in favor of Poland. Ladies and gentlemen, just an extra information for you. Our announcer, Carson Colucci, won the festival game with his team with more dudes. So congratulations to our announcer.
And we are back to get things underway of this fourth and final quarter of today's matchup between Uganda and Poland. A rematch again of August 16th that saw Poland finish this game on top of Uganda. So far, we've seen the same story happening right in front of us. Again, face-off is won by number 13, Mike Delaney. Now we get those strong breezes that we could hear in the audio. A lot of wind picking up right now here in Limerick, Ireland. Again, Poland in possession. They might be dispossessed by none other than Roger Zanuar, one of the bigger defenders this team has. Again, it is still Poland in full possession, but it will go the other way. Ro- Andrew Simwe gives it to Roger Zanuar. Anwar wants nothing to do with it. Dishes it back to his goalie. Ojic now. waiting for Anwar to move up. Another lateral pass. But this one, a mistake by Anwar, leaves it a bit short to his intended receiver, and it is a turnover. Poland will stay on the opposition's half and will continue their offensive transition. And talk about transition, number 24, Solomon Adio steals it, turns on the Jets, going the full length of the field. Meliga, and great effort by Solomon Adio getting changed right now here at the bottom of your screen for substitution. Currently there for Uganda are number 4, number 8, number 17, number 11, and last one I believe to be number, that is Meliga. Gonna take a shot and a score. That was number 13, the last player. I couldn't see the number. Still always as happy Meliga just to celebrate another goal. They are 5 scores down. Lead starting to slim down a little bit more. Cutting away slowly, but nonetheless making it smaller.
12 minutes and 36 seconds left in the third quarter. Uganda scores its fifth goal by sweeping the league.
You hear the chants, let's go team. Let's go, let's go. Uganda win this one for a change. And that is John Brian Mukaga, who's currently on the ball. Meliga, under 12 minutes to go in this fourth and final quarter of the game. For the 21st place in the World Championship Lacrosse of the U21 at Limerick, Ireland. Foul there called. Big collision there. Nothing too serious. Players able to stand up on their own. No need for medical attention to be brought into the field. Just a foul, and we're gonna get started going the other way. And at the top of your screens, look at number 44, the number 4 for Poland. And it is ultimately number 84 who stick checks, I believe, in the face. One of the Polish players couldn't tell his number straight away. That's the foul that has been called. Timeout, it seems. No, no timeout. We are still going on strong here in this fourth quarter. Number 20th in possession for Poland. That is Krzysztof Smigel. Number 13 dishes it Mike Delaney to number 3 Kasper Stowowski. Stowowski back to one of the Smigel brothers. So they're both in possession and gonna take a shot and a score there by number 21, who has been previously wearing number 37, Kamil Grabowski. And again, the lead goes up once more to 6 scores difference for Poland. Face off. It is won by Uganda.
He bags his second goal of the game at 9 minutes 30 seconds left. This is from the last intermission.
You can definitely hear the wind picking up stronger and stronger. And you see the breeze moving a couple of trees in the background. Uganda here in possession. Just wanted to give you a couple minutes, couple of seconds there to breathe in everything. Uganda still very much in possession. Finn Phillips trying to find which way he wants to go, and it is Brian Mukaga's way. And Maliga takes a shot, but no good. It is stopped by number 1, Ryan Perlinski. No good. Transition back into offense for the red team. The Polish players are getting pounded by a pressure, high pressure by Uganda. And this time around, it does seem like there is a timeout called. Teams will talk things over, and we'll be right back. Remember, you are watching Uganda against Poland here. And the score is 5-11.
Uganda will be serving a 30-second penalty for holding.
And that is not a timeout. That was a 30-second penalty. We don't need to go anywhere, folks. We're staying right here, live on the laxsn.com for this game from Uganda against Poland. The rematch of August 16th, I've said
7 minutes
before.
remain in the fourth quarter. 7 minutes.
So only 7 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Uganda still got enough time to think about a score a minute to tie things up, but highly unlikely from what we've seen so far. It'll be Uganda's ball, and they're going to go the other way. Andrew Azimwe. There seems to be a player on the field, on the ground, in a bit of pain. Everyone taking a knee. And we'll take a couple minutes off to figure out what happened. He was not on screen, so we were unable to see what was going on. Still on the ground. And we are back. Thankfully, medical staff was able to take care of that and help the player out of the field. And again, trying to make a quick transition into offense.
6 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And a score by number 88, something we haven't seen. There you go, big fella. Rogers N1 with his first one, I believe, of the tournament and this game. Referees talking things over. No goal awarded to the big fella. However, Uganda will stay in possession. There was a flag drawn before the end of the play. Wind picking up a lot more. It's getting a lot more intense. Phillips to John Brian Mukaga. Then to number 17, Aaron Yealing. Then to number 6, to number 8, sorry, George Ojic. Ojic still trying to find himself a way in an angle, but it's better to pass and find the open man. Gonna take a shot from far out. 5 minutes remaining on this fourth quarter. Score is 11-5 in Poland's favor. Little bit of a trip there. Not a foul called. Poland quickly transitioning into offense through number 5. That is Chamel Nowak. Waiting for Jacob Stanek to think about what he wants to do for this possession. Still Poland trying to find a way around this defense. A long shot taken there by number 3, Kasper Stowowski. No good. It is Andrew Azimwe who corrals the shot. 3 minutes remaining in this third and final quarter. It might be a little too late for Uganda, but you can never count them out. Phillips scanning the field, dishing it to number 24, who just sends it right back.
3 minutes left in the game. 3 minutes.
And we'll go the other way. Poland will retain possession this time around. Poland quickly to be in transition. Could have found the open man, but good swarming defense there by Uganda. Getting something sorted. No timeouts called. Gonna take a long shot. They say it is deflected and it will stay on Uganda's side. 2 minutes to go for Poland. You'd think that they want to just stick around with possession and drain that clock as much as they can. Not much of a threat now for Poland as they got a comfortable 6-score lead and well under 2 minutes left. Saved by Andrew Simwe.
Uganda's penalty is released.
And now the penalty that Uganda was stricken with, now that it is released. Disagreement there with the referees on that call. See Finn Phillips frustrated, trying to be a bit more physical. Just again, Finn Phillips the one to take charge. He moved out from that back position where he was behind the goalie. Now he's in front and in full control of what happens initially with this ball.
We're in the final minute of the game.
Final minute of the game. George Okic right there, besides Finn Phillips. Phillips again. John Brian Mukaga. This is to number 89, 98, Rogers Anwar. Then back to George Okic. Loops over Finn Phillips. Finn Phillips over to Okic. That is Melaga. John Brian Mukaga. Back to Finn Phillips to where he feels most comfortable and where he's played most of the minutes in this tournament. And a shot and a goal by number 8 to cut the lead down to 5. A little bit under a minute left on this game. And Poland knows they've backed this one. But gotta give respect to the Uganda players that have not quit trying. And that tells you something about how hard they work and how they never stop trying. Something I'm sure Patrick or Rihanna really appreciates from all their players. 17 seconds left in this fourth and final quarter. You can start hearing the chants on the benches. And it is saved. That is the final whistle of this game, and with that, it is Uganda who has lost every single game that they've played in the men's U21 World Championship here at Limerick, Ireland. And this rematch goes as expected. Poland once again lands on top of Uganda for this full time and final game for both nations. I just want to thank you for tuning in. This is the Lax Sports Network coverage of the 2022 World Lacrosse Men's U21 World Championship. Our final score was 11-6 for Poland, who will stick with that 21st slot of the U21 World Championship. The Lax Sports Network is proud to bring you over 60 games from these World Championships. For a complete schedule of our games each day, follow us on social media at Lax Sports Network. And remember, folks, we still got 2 amazing games coming on today, and the person to be on the call is Tom Eschen. Those will be aired through the LSN. Signing off for you, my name is Nico Arciniegas. See you next time.
two persons from each team who has been the most influential to the team's program and its success. The recipients are selected for this honor by their own team. Recipients have made an outstanding individual contribution to their peer group, or made an excellent and professional contribution to the event, or made a difference to someone in the group, or to the whole group, which has significantly enhanced their ability to participate in this event. This award, presented by Bob DeMarco of World Lacrosse. Thank you. All right. Our award is presented to Jeremy Phillips. Without him, we would not be here. He led us the entire way. We'll keep it short because it's raining, but he is our leader, and we appreciate him very much. Thank you. Okay, and from Team Poland, the awards go to for being great coach and a friend, for being always available and eager to work hard while putting team needs before his own. That was a small step for many in this program, but for him, it was a normal one. To the person with the biggest heart size to body height ratio, best